Money gon' talk my hitter. What? Chris Tucker, how I get to the money, my hitter. Ooh.
All right. As always, this is your boy Juicy J, and in the Juice Spot today for the Artist Spotlight, we have, I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but if you are from around the 815 or Rockford, Illinois, I'm sure you heard of him.
G&G Red One in the building, long way, me and Juicy.
Long way like the hallway, you know what I'm saying? So as we're kind of getting into it, man, tell the people about this show you got going on, because I have yet to let them know, because this is probably going to be out after the show, but like they're going to want to hear it.
This shit is crazy, man. To say the least, this shit is crazy. Without saying too much, I'm gonna just say emotions everywhere, shit everywhere, plans everywhere. Man, just y'all better tune in, man. It's lit. I'm not gonna lie, it's lit. I'm not trying to give too much, but it's lit. It's lit. You know how like when you getting some footage and you wish you could take something back, but you can't take it back. It's a lot of that going on, So.
Okay. I will say, from my standpoint, being able to be behind the scenes of the show. By the way, if you are checking this out, go check out Making Magic Productions. We just probably have put out this show by the time this is going to air. And it's a reality TV show. It's starring my boy. He's not only just rapper.
No, not only an artist.
Not only just a producer.
No, not only just a producer.
Not only just a celebrity.
No.
A TV show guy. Like, what? It's multifaceted, and you know what? That's why we have him on the channel, because, we're not just bringing anyone on here. Let's just be honest. So, first, let's start with the producing, right? Tell us a little bit about your journey and kind of what has been the trials and tribulations with that.
The journey with filming the show, so I was filming the show?
No, for you as in producing.
Okay. Man, the journey for me, it's been rough. It's been rough, but one thing I could say is I'm glad I didn't quit. I definitely see the fruits of my labor now. It was rough. I didn't even want to start music in Rockford. I started in California, and then the following year, that's when I actually started letting Rockford know that I was making music. But
tell us about California a little bit.
California was lit. I was out there in college, so I had my own place, and I was just living, man. I was just missing one piece, which was my kids. That was it. I was good. Cali was beautiful.
Yeah, that's huge. I didn't have the best experience going when I was in LA. It was fun. It was for a family vacation kind of thing.
Yeah.
But when your family gets together, what are the family get-togethers? I can't think of them, but they're like family gatherings where all the family comes out from reunions. Yeah. Thank you. And that was one of the last times I've been there, so I definitely want to go back. But they just say things are just getting
I feel your
rough
pain,
a little bit.
I would never live in LA. I would never live in LA. I feel your pain. My first trip to LA from the hometown I picked in Cali, I turned around and got right back on the highway. Just, bro, like right away.
What happened? You got mugged or something?
Nah, bro, I just got mad. The traffic and how people was driving, I just got pissed within like 3 minutes. I don't know. Something triggered me and I left.
Man, but the West Coast is different, I've been to a couple different places, and actually no, I've only been to LA and then Vegas once.
Ooh.
But that was really it for the West Coast for me. So kind of getting into traveling, right? So traveling, how do you feel like your sound and your style has traveled not only from here, the 815, but for when you started out there in California?
It's definitely traveled. I remember my first year, I think I was in probably 6 different states. As far as streaming, I always check my analytics because I need to know where to aim my target. I do everything on my own. Everything, all my promo, all my reaching out, all that legwork, that's all me.
That's the life of independent artist. I swear, man. You know, you're the judge, the executioner, everything, man. But keep going. What you're saying?
I got my own paperwork together. I did it all. So if a label approached me, they gonna have to be talking good, like real good, because I can do it all. Anything a label can do for me, the only thing a label could do for me is get me the big exposure.
That and financials. You know, having someone to back your music with money is always huge.
Yeah, and that's what I mean when I say like the big exposure, because obviously I'm working on a set budget, but labels don't have no budget. They're gonna do what they need to do.
They gonna push how they gonna push it, man, because they got their money invested. I definitely talk about that. Speaking of money, man, talk to some of these independent artists that doesn't know much about royalties and about making sure your things are in check. And I'm telling you guys, this man knows what he's talking about, because he's even got me trying to get my own BMI and ASCAP. So I'm gonna let him kind of go on that one.
This is a sad topic for me because I try to teach as often as I see potential. Not 100% of the time. I'm not just, casting out your pearls to the swine. I'm not just going to tell anybody what I know. But when I see that potential, I get saddened because I know it's not being compensated. Music is not free. Somebody's eating off of it.
It's an art.
It's an art. I could take advantage of half the city if I wanted to, but it's not in me. It's not in me. So I do try to teach, but to be honest, very few listen. So I think I'm gonna take it to the internet.
That's kind of huge. And one thing I always kind of understood, well, I shouldn't say understood, but heard that it makes sense to me, but shouldn't, right? Is people don't want to support you and like give you that help until you're already up. Yeah. And it's like, I don't need it now. I'm here. So why not help me in the beginning, Why not help inspire? And the grind for independent artists is so huge. People, it's its job in itself, right? And, you're probably working a job to make that dream alive. So that's something you definitely got to love. So what has been some inspirations for you, and what kind of keeps you going now as you're kind of transitioning in your career?
What inspires me is, for one, I'm going to say the people around me, the dream chasers around me, because I have found that like attract like, no matter what. You know what I mean? The scammer's going to be with the scammers. You know what I mean? You may not even find it out until 6 minutes into that first convo. Oh, me too. But like attracts like. So I attract a lot of people that are passionate and serious about that, and they grant me extra drive. But speaking about me specifically, it always relates back to music. So the independent artists that actually speak up, like T-Pain, Russ, Lil Durk, that will tell you they were signed to a label and were broke. They felt like they were known to the world and broke. Like, who want that? But now that they're independent, they are able actually to make the moves that they're seeing their money now.
T-Pain's story is nuts. Like his story, and I think it was who else it went and Mike Tyson's story about money. I know he's not an artist, but just as celebrity wise, because let's kind of talk about it, right? A lot of us don't come from money, so when you get something like that, it's like, how are we going to treat it? How are we going to do it, right? And it's unfortunate. I wish they taught us just more in general. But now you got to go out and you got to find that. So I'm thankful that we have things like the internet to make those things available. And I'm thankful that it gives small businesses and smaller markets a chance to shine, because you can go viral if you're good enough.
Right.
And now you're up. There's people going viral every day. So let's talk a little bit about viral, all right? What's this last, was it a tape or song you got 500,000 streams on? And tell us a little bit, kind of, how was marketing on that one as well?
The song that actually went viral, it was on the EP, but it was that in particular song. Mm-hmm. It was a song, I care about all my music, but this was not even in my top 5 at all.
Drop it for the people.
It's called 420 times 2. You can find it anywhere. It's everywhere. But that's the one that did the most numbers to this day. It has the most numbers out of my whole catalog. And I can't wait to surpass it with something that, that really came, just fire. Because all my stuff is fire, but they're drawn to that. I don't know.
Sometimes it's like you want to make music for you, but you also got to make music for others. And the thing I know as a creator now, it's like I fall in love with making stuff for others that I know that I liked in general. So like things like this, or that song that you put out is like, oh, the people gonna hit with that one, right? So it's just that feel of gratitude. I feel like that's what keeps artists going, So what is kind of a gratitude for you, and like what do you think is like those little wins that's gonna keep pushing you forward?
The gratitude for me are the strangers that say, "I found you through an ad, and I'm here to stay." Type, That's what means a lot to me. Is the people that genuinely enjoy my craft and my product, because music is a product, and it's dispensed to the people. That's what keeps me going. Those are the small wins that, like, wow, all right, they hear me. Yeah.
I feel that, I guess that's what I've been feeling recently kind of with this show. People just hitting me up, asking, being interested. And, the thing I love about it too is thousands and thousands of people may like what you're doing now, but we'll see what they like when you really get going too.
Man.
You know what I mean? And the more work you do, the better you're gonna get. So I love that type of feeling, and I think that has definitely been a big motivation for me in this game. And I feel like just in general, as a creative type person, I love how you can just kind of branch out and do so much, right? Like you're doing it in yourself, like producing, artists, engineer, TV show, like man, he's doing it all, and trying to teach as well,
Man.
and father everything, that's huge. So we always have to put on for our communities, and we always have to keep striving forward. Tell us what's a little bit kind of next for you, and maybe something to look out for from Gang Red One.
You know what? Let me add something, because you said something interesting. You said, tell me what's next for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
The crazy thing about it is that's another small win. You don't know where it's going to take you. When I first started making music in the garage, I didn't think I'd be getting interviewed, let alone sitting here with Juicy visuals, though. Like, you don't know. You don't know what's coming. So keep going. Like, for real. But what's next for me is I got a whole bunch of... Can I cuss?
You can say what you want on here.
Say less. I got a whole bunch of shit in the vault. It's like, it's all fire, bro. Like, when I tell you it trumps everything I've ever put out, this shit is so fire. I'm just sitting on it.
Can you give him a snippet or like something to look out from? Anything? Can we get some tea over here? Man, we're sipping, man.
Shit. I could tell you it's almost time. It's almost time. I was waiting for, the colder months for the people that do live where seasons change on a regular, all four, I was waiting for the colder months, and so we almost there. I could say it's soon. If it's not out by the time this interview is released, it'll be shortly to follow.
I'm excited, man. What was the strategy coming in for like the winter months with this one?
I feel like the winter months are when everybody is forced to sit down and stay in the house. And then typically, we as human beings, most of us are consumers. That's when you're going to sit and scroll and scroll and scroll, hop off for 2 minutes, and jump right back on and scroll. So I feel like this is the prime time to release all your content that you've been holding. It's going to get seen. It has no choice. They have no choice but to click it, because it's in their face over and over and over until they finally say, let me see what's to this.
And that's huge. Let's talk a little bit about that. I'm going to spill some tea for you guys. That's why you definitely need to be on this channel. So one thing about creatives, and they say like about like when someone meets your page, For me as a video person, they have to like one video first. Now they'll go through your page. They have to like a second video. They have to like a third video, and probably after that third video, they might be now a follower. So, and it takes time after time again. So I tell people all the time, Joe, put the content out. You know what? If you feel like it's quality, and if you have people around you that are at least aren't yes men, they'll tell you yes or no. If you have quality, put the content out. Because that content may not pop now, but after that person that just found your page a month or two later likes one, likes two, that third one might be that one you posted 3 months earlier, but it's still really good. Yeah. So go keep pushing, y'all. Keep pushing. That's the biggest thing.
You're dropping $1 million gems right now.
Well, yeah, you know, because everyone always wants to make everything monetized, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes let's just help our people.
Yeah.
And when I say our people, I don't mean just as African Americans, but I mean our people as the same people that are watching this video possibly that could be in our shoes, right?
Yeah.
That are trying to grind, trying to make it to that next step. And they know they have the talent, but they just got to do it. Yeah. It could be marketing. It could be a team. It could be whatever. And speaking of that, let's talk about teams, right? Because teams are huge, especially when you jump into that next level. How has team or maybe the feel of team or maybe even family been a team for you throughout your journey?
I'll say one thing about teams. I don't feel like they're made. I feel like they're drawn.
Okay.
I feel like every time I've tried to create a team, it fell apart. But every time I allowed the opportunities to manifest themselves, it followed through. Manifestation,
y'all.
So, man, yeah, I feel like teamwork is important and it's powerful, but it can't be forced. It has to come natural. That way, everybody has equal drive, passion towards the same goal. It's only a matter of time before it's reached.
Teamwork is huge, especially when everyone's going on to the same goal and trying to push forward. So I definitely feel you on that. Well, bro, I appreciate you coming through to the Juice Spot and being our artist spotlight of the month. Before I let you out, definitely shout out anyone that you want to shout out and tell them where to find you and the socials and all that stuff.
Say less. First off, shout out Juicy Visuals, man. If you on here right now, y'all ass better follow, subscribe, like, all that shit. Y'all don't give a fuck. What else you do that. Shout out Juicy.
That's love.
Shout out my kids, and shit. Shout out me, you know, cause I put that work in. I'm not gonna lie, I put that work in.
I like that. We go edit right there. Always putting in the work, always showing up, and always showing out. That's how we do it on this channel, baby. We'll see you next time. Peace.